Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, set, 380!
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got Sanu. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
To throw, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a run with Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. Set. Hey, no. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three. Check three. Check three. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First down, Patriots. Wait, set. Wait, Eddie! I don't think you got it, son. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. On the toss, here's Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Brady's throw there complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. Now Brady. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now on fourth down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Okay? What? 20.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 51. Tackles.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, Michelle. He's got a first down past the 30. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 41 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Brady, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Come on, QB, come on. Check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go play action here on 1st down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Brady now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Sanu. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson, Roberts got it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Rush in, rush in.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Jackson, and an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That throw by Brady incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Brady will try again on 2nd down. One that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson, catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, check it backer, check it backer. 2-6.
To throw is Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, it's Ingram. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun, Jackson. Steve's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's going quicker.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Complete to Watson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasted. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
you, boy. I got you, boy. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught by Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Judon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by Sanu. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Jackson, they'll roll him out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Exit. Come on, Shadow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jackson going to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Rivers, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? It got his man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati.
the coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
All right, thanks, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the second quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You have a 3-point lead. You have the ball on your opponent's 35-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Still going. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's an...
and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. Charles, AFC East matchup, and if we look back, everybody knows this, but the last 16 years of the AFC East, 15 times it's been won by these Patriots.
The other three teams in the division, Jets, Buffalo, Miami, they kind of remind me of the old Brooklyn Dodgers. Remember their rally cry? Wait till next year, because that's what it's been like trying to chase down the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are even vulnerable yet. If anyone wins this division other than the Pats, they're going to have to earn it.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down, Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson, he'll try and run it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets coming back onto the field here offensively, and this is a team that obviously has had their struggles this year, Charles, through 11 weeks. They're at 3-7. They did get the win in Week 11 against Washington, 34-17. And Sam Darnold heard his fair share of criticism a few weeks ago. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dante Hightower picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark, 53 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's do it.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run now with Peyton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Patriots taking the field again here offensively, as we discussed earlier, Charles. They continue to find a way to grind out victories, even if Tom Brady hasn't been extremely pleased with the offense. But 9-1 after the win at Philly. And with that 9th win, they cement a 19th consecutive winning season, only one behind the all-time record set by Dallas from the mid-'60s until the mid-'80s.
Their consistency in a league that's built to make teams 8-8 as a general rule is just off the charts amazing. Year after year.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead is now 21-14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champs ready for their next possession. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Brady now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that 1st half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Patriot, Ty Law. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Rob Ninkovich on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And up.